His broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight. On a ramparts we watched, were so gallantly streaming, and around his standard bombs the singing air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, sing us that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
And good evening, everyone, and welcome to Martinsville High School for Martinsville Artesian Girls Soccer here on WREP 15 Sports in the MHS Rewind YouTube channel. Glad we can bring this Mid-State Conference matchup to you live here from Martinsville High School.
We'd like to announce the starting lineups for
The Decatur Central Hawks coming in 7-0. The Artesians 1-6 for the season.
Campbell. Number 5, sophomore Hamela Hyde Yusuf. Number 7, sophomore Haley McGillis. Number 9,
As PA
senior
announcer
Jasmine Hermosillo. Number 10, sophomore
Kip Staggs
Liliana
doing the starting
Capella.
lineups, and we'll listen in.
Number 11, senior Elizabeth Pascal. Number 16, sophomore Jacqueline Flores. Number 17, senior Serena Williams. Number 23, senior Lorena Williams. And to round out the starting lineup, number 25, senior Madison Cannon. Coach for the Hawks, Angie Keith. Now, Artesian fans, get on your feet, put your hands together for the Artesian Girls Soccer starting lineup. In the net for the Artesians, number 1, senior Dakota Meadows. Number 6, junior Sophia DeMoss. Number 7, junior Holly Reuter. Number 8, freshman Ashlyn Crow. Number 12, junior Morgan Schrock. Number 13, junior Charlotte Mason. Number 14, senior Delaney Pablo. Number 16, senior Brittany Dawson. Number 17, junior Hannah Reuter. Number 19, freshman Maddie Moscript. And to round out starting lineup, junior number 22, Rory Dilbone. Coach for the Artesians, Mia Moody.
Starting lineups there by Kip Staggs, athletic director, pulling the double duty here once again as the PA announcer for soccer matchup. But Martinsville will have it to start. The Artesians battling the Hawks. We'll run down the Artesian lineup here. Dakota Meadows in goal, Sophia DeMoss, Ashlyn Crow, Morgan Schrock, Charlotte Mason, Delaney Pablo, Hannah Reuter, Madeline Moscrip, Rory Dilbone for the Artesians. I believe also Holly Reuter in there as well. And I think I'm missing somebody. Brittany Dawson. So we're set and ready to go. Hawks a little bit late getting here today. So the JV matchup started a little bit late, actually a lot a bit late, and they cut down the JV time, though, a little bit. That shot hits the far corner post and goes in for the Decatur Central Hawks. So the Hawks out in front now, 1-0. As it looks like for Decatur Central. Take a look at the replay once again here in just a moment. As we get back in action, we'll get a stoppage in play. We'll try to get that replayed for you. Morgan Schrock takes a shot, and it'll go far to the right. Here's a look at that goal once again by Decatur Central. Yusuf with the goal for Decatur to put them up 1-0 here in the early going from Martinsville High School. Thought we had put the goal on there, did not, but it's okay. Martinsville 1-6 for the season coming in. Like we told you in the open, their win over Bloomington North 2-1 in the third game of the season. They've had a couple of close games here as of late. Terre Haute North and Greenwood, both 3-1 losses for the Artesians. Also a close one, 4-2 in Mid-State Conference play to the Mooresville Pioneers. That was a game that was pretty close. Martinsville tied it about midway through the second half of play before Mooresville put two in the back of the net late. Pull away for the victory. The Hawks controlling possession in the penalty box, and Charlotte Mason trying to come out with it, but now Decatur Central takes it away. Yasmin Hermosia for the Hawks. We'll test our pronunciation skills. Nice job by the Artesians tracking backward to take it away. It was Hannah Reuter, but then taken back away by the Hawks as they maintain possession of it. So again, the Hawks in the penalty area. Shot will go wide. And the goalie for the Artesians with it. Delaney Pueblo trying to run onto it. Can't. The Hawks again back on the attack. Charlotte Mason in the middle. Kicks it over here to the right side. Ashlyn Crow trying to run onto it. Couldn't quite come up with it. And here come the Hawks once again, coming up the left side. Ileana Aguayo with it. Left foot, cross, and then the back of the net. And who is it again? Once again, Yamela Idre Yusuf with the goal for Decatur Central, who now leads it 2-0. So a couple of goals by Yusuf. Trying to get the replay coming on here. And we'll get to it when we get an opportunity. Decatur up 2-0. Hawks, like we said, 7-0. Wins over Danville, Perry Meridian, Warren Central, Franklin Community, Southport, and Greenwood. A win over Franklin, it was 1-1. So I'm going to guess that it went into penalty kicks because in the Mid-State Conference they settle it with penalty kicks, so they don't have a tie when it comes to the Mid-State Conference title. So that 1-1 score, and then there would have been obviously Decatur winning in penalty kicks there. But regardless of that, the Hawks have surrendered all of 2 goals for the season. And they're back on the attack again. Ball will almost go out of bounds in front of the bench and coach Mia Moody. So the Hawks in this Mid-State Conference matchup up 2-0. This is Decatur week, and the Mid-State Conference, when they added Perry Meridian a couple of years ago, the athletic directors tried to get to the point to where during the fall they would have most of the team sports. I guess they're all team sports, but some could be considered individual. That be able to play during the same week. And so we've had a couple of weeks. We've had almost the whole Plainfield week. We've got the Decatur week here. You have a Mooresville week coming up, I believe. So kind of that's how the setup goes. And great job by the athletic directors working together at the Mid-State, because you can really kind of build around that too, at least promotion-wise. Doing this, you can build that it's a Decatur week or that it's a Mooresville week, those kind of things. And kind of maybe generate some excitement and some enthusiasm around as we're doing the live stream events. All 4 of them here this week, with volleyball last night, a big win for the girls over the Hawks. Kind of the opposite in terms of records last night, where it was a dominant Martinsville team over a winless Decatur team, and Martinsville came away with a pretty easy victory. Head coach Kayla Back shuffled her rotations quite a bit, shook them up a little bit, and gave some kids some chances to play. Ashlyn Crow trying to run onto that. It goes out of bounds. Get a look there at Ashlyn, the freshman. The Hawks up 2-0 here early. A couple of goals for Decatur Central, and we'll take a look here at the second one. Yamela Idre Yusuf again with it. Puts it in the back of the net. Her second of the evening for Decatur Central as they lead 2-0 here. Morgan Schrock trying to get in there a little bit. Yusuf, just a sophomore, only had 2 goals coming in, but have found 2 thus far. It's Flores, also a sophomore, as this lineup is just loaded with sophomores for Decatur Central. They've scored 24 goals for the season and have just surrendered 2. The Artesians on the flip side of that. Six goals that they have scored. Going over my stats that I'd printed out and noticed that eliminated a game from each of theirs from their schedule. So, but been a pretty dominant Decatur Central club thus far in the early going of the season and the early part of this match. With 2 goals, they lead it 2-0. Do what? Yeah, yeah. Just need to shut up. So the Hawks and the Artesians still battling. Martinsville making a run at it. Delaney Pueblo with a good run, but the Hawks goaltender Naomi Husseini with the save. Hawks kick it away. Pueblo back with it outside the penalty area. Good look at it, and she gets it into the side of the goal. So Delaney Pueblo gets Martinsville to within 1. 2-1 now the score, and we'll try to get another quick look at it here if we can. Get a look here as Delaney becomes free here and puts it into the back of the net. I've got to change the goal on the scoreboard. Coach Staggs is out changing the score. I know they're going to yell here if I don't get it changed. Yeah. There we go. Trying to let him know the term is not multitask. I guess it still is multitask, but I'm trying to do 5 things. So my apologies. I don't think I'm doing any of them very well. But right now, Martinsville, what they're doing well is scoring goals. And Pueblo, free again. Just hits it and it sails wide to the right. Delaney, a good look at it there. A little smile on her face probably with the hit. With it again on the right side. The attack. Nice ball into Eliza Osler. The touch, though, can't quite get a good look at it. Eliza there just misses. Kicking herself. No pun intended. Actually, there was. And she could not get a foot on that. Coach Staggs is over turning on the lights and plays havoc with our cameras here early on. Ashlyn Crow kicks that one out of bounds. So this game got started a little bit later than normal, and with the days becoming a little bit shorter, the lights are going to take effect here at Martinsville High School, so it's going to take a little while for our cameras. We're shooting like right back into a white background. The Hawks with a nice run up the left side. Nice move in the penalty area. The shot is wide that time by Aguayo. And Martinsville will have the goal kick.
Good job. Hey, Steve. Hey.
So the Hawks get it back. But we're trying to make sure our cameras are adjusted okay, so we're having to make sure our camera people kind of keep that big sky background. It's really cool to look at out there as well. You see the hills in the background, just in the back of Ciderwich Field and Martinsville High School. It's framed up really nice from the look here at the soccer facility. You get a good look back at the nice athletic facilities here at Martinsville High School. Chad Gallion out here mowing things up prior to the contest this afternoon. Field looks great. For as odd as the weather has been this past summer, hot, and then thought we went to fall, and then back hot again. They've done a great job making this field look awesome. And then, of course, the turf at Ciderwich Field. Great also upgrading the bleachers at the John R. Wood Gym. That's going to look awesome. If you've seen some of our live streams from volleyball, you've kind of gotten some glimpses if you've looked up into the balcony area. Fans haven't been allowed up there yet, but they're wrapping that up, and it's going to look really, really good. They did a kind of a makeover to it a few years ago as well, and it's really cool when you walk into the gym the way they've done that up also. So shot that time corralled by Meadows. And then they're in the midst of building the new field house, and probably 10 months away from being completed, hopefully. That toward the end of, I think the target is July of 2021 to have it ready to go, and that's going to be just fantastic. Kids did a little bit of story on that this week, and be out on our newscast that you'll be able to see on MHS Rewind YouTube channel. But they talked a little bit about the progress and what it means to the high school. It's going to have 3 courts in it, a couple wood, 1 synthetic. They're going to have 3 new locker rooms, a team meeting area, going to have a track in there, and also a wrestling room that should be large enough to accommodate 3 mats. So that'll be great for Briar Runyon and his crew to move out of the basement of the CEC and get over there. It's going to give the track kids a chance to get out and practice in the preseason. And when track starts early, it's cold outside. And so not having that facility to have something indoors is something that they've lacked, and it gives the other teams an opportunity. These places to play, people that are there at the high school, some of the fine arts can utilize it. They have practicing in the cafeteria and things. And, when you go outside of this community and you travel and you see what everybody else has, you realize that this is sorely needed here. And, I think it was maybe resisted for a little while, but it definitely needed, especially when you look to see what everybody else in our conference has. And it's, we have, prior to this, I think we had 3 full-size gyms in the whole district, if I'm correct, which would be West had 1, and in the high school had 2. And Bell is not a full-size gym. It's, for the middle school court. So, the kids at a disadvantage, you're looking for practice time and the youth leagues, and haven't been a part of that for a while, and trying to, work with the elementary principals and athletic directors and everything. They do a great job of getting you in there, but, you're getting in a gym that's 70 feet by 50 feet or 40 feet or whatever it is. And so it's just awesome to have that facility, and, certainly I think overdue that we're having it, but Kip's done a great job of getting the facilities around here up and to what they need to be. Put a lot of thought and effort into that, I know. And then his crew that he has does a great job, like we mentioned with Shad and Ron, Super Ron. I don't think we talked about him yet, but he does a great job too, just keeping everything together. So there's something to be said about people that, kind of grown up here, invest in the community and live here because they really want to make, this kind of a showpiece and those kind of things. So it's great to see those things happen, and see some of the changes and stuff that's gone on here at the high school, and what will happen here in that facility, like we said, will be just a fantastic addition to Martinsville High School when it gets done here in about, like we said, 10 months. Martinsville 2-1 trailers here. The Hawks again on the offense, right to Dakota Meadows. She comes up with it. Kicks it out of there. And up to Ashlyn Crow now. So a couple of goals early by Decatur in the first couple of minutes by Yusuf, Idre Yusuf. And then the sophomore had 2 goals coming in. She's got 4 now. But then Delaney Pueblo answered several minutes ago. And then we've had a couple of good looks. Delaney had another good look just a few moments after that and sent it wide right. And then she put a great ball into the penalty box that Eliza Osler couldn't tell if she got a foot on her. If she did, it just went wide left. But Martinsville against an undefeated Decatur team, hanging tough, playing well, battling, down just 2-1 here. Decatur Central week, if you will. It was the volleyball matchup last night at the John R. Wooden Gym, and the Artesians win that one. And if you're a volleyball fan, get out to the gym next Monday when the Avon Orioles fly into town to battle the Artesians, a perennial power in Avon. And that's going to – I'm excited to see that matchup. We'll have it for you live on the MHS Rewind YouTube channel. But if you get a chance, go online, get your tickets, get out there, and support the Artesians. That should be a pretty good matchup between a perennial power in Avon and Martinsville that's playing really, really well this year. Tomorrow night will be boys soccer. Decatur will come to town. The Hawks will come in here to battle the Artesians. Coach Tulane Insube will have his team in that Mid-State Conference matchup, and we'll have that for you live about 6 o'clock. I say 6. It probably won't be until 6, probably 15, 6:20. I'm just guessing. I don't have anything to base that guess on outside the fact I'm just guessing. So, but we'll have it for you, so stay with it. If it's not on right away at 6 o'clock, don't, just check back and you'll be able to see. Don't want to miss any of the exciting action on the MHS Rewind YouTube channel as we have our third match of the Decatur week, and then we'll wrap it up on Friday night. Should be outstanding. We'll be on the air 6:45. I'm pretty much guaranteed that they'll be here ready to go on Friday night for the football matchup as Martinsville and Decatur Central, and that should be a good one between the Artesians and the Hawks. And those two teams have hooked up into some good battles. Decatur will bring in their dynamic duo and receiver Javon Tracy in the long line of Tracy kids there that are Division I football players, and Javon will be a Division I football player as well. Also a pretty good basketball player too. Tyrone and Kenny playing Division I football. And then, like we said, Javon's got a couple of offers already to Division I. He's pretty dynamic at the receiver spot. Speaking of dynamic, nice recovery by Rory Dilbone to get back on defense and knock it away from Yusuf, Idre Yusuf was looking for goal number 3, the hat trick, but Dilbone gets back there and knocks it away. Again, nice work, though, by the Hawks on the left side, but again, good defense by the Artesians. Coming back, tracking backwards for Martinsville was Holly Reuter, I believe, that time. The Reuter twins out there today. That shot will go wide. So Idre Yusuf with a couple of goals early on for Decatur, gave them an early 2-0 lead. Martinsville got one back. Delaney Pueblo with one to get it to 2-1 with 10 minutes left. Pueblo getting tied up, and here comes Osler. Osler up ahead, trying to get to Morgan Schrock. Can she get a good touch? She does, and then is taken down. That's your draw card, does it? I believe so. It will be the yellow card coming out of the pocket of the official. Ivan Herbert will put it down right there. Saw that coming, and that will give Martinsville the kick from just outside the penalty box. We'll see who takes it and what happens here. A good scoring opportunity Yellow card, the player will have to sit out until the stoppage in play comes back in. A couple of subs coming in. The official marking off the 10 yards. You know, if you're a World Cup soccer fan, they went to the foam a couple of years ago to spray down where the people had to stand to make sure they're 10 yards off. But Ivan just doing it with the feet, marks it off. Charlotte Mason, left-footed boot into the goal. Beautiful by Charlotte Mason. That probably the prettiest of goals I've seen here in a long time. That was fantastic, and it's the equalizer for the Artesians. And take a bow, Charlotte. Well done. Let's take another look at it here. From outside the penalty area. We'll get to it quickly. Here it goes, Charlotte Mason quickly. Before we get back to live action, Peyton Smith on the fantastic camera work as that goes just over the outstretched arms of the goalie, and even better, Peyton going back right away and getting that hero shot of her after it goes into the goal. Well done all around by the crew and by the Artesians as they lead it now, or tied up 2-2. If the announcer can get everything right and stay out of the way, have a good matchup to watch here. The Hawks running on Martinsville. A little bit more energy, a little bit more pep in their step here. Rory Dilbone knocks it out. So 2-2. The set piece. So that just shows you how important those set pieces are, and that was well done by the Artesians. Beautiful kick by Charlotte Mason, finds the back of the net, and the Artesians tied up. Set up by the pass by Eliza Osler. Up ahead, kind of freed Morgan Schrock. She got loose, and then the Decatur defender took her out. Penalty, the yellow card comes out and gave Martinsville a free kick, and they took advantage of it, definitely. Charlotte tracking backwards. Hawks in the penalty area. Have it loose. Martinsville trying to get rid of it. Still can't quite get rid of it. Now the Hawks coming back. And right there, Dakota Meadows up with it. So 2-2 the score. Osler up the left side. See if she'll start the attack in the middle. She does, trying to get Morgan Schrock. That's kind of been the MO of the Artesians here today when they've had the opportunity. Decatur's done a great job of really kind of controlling possession of the game, but Martinsville has made the most of their opportunities with their quick counterattacks, and here they go again, but Morgan kind of out of position a little bit and run on and runs cross country as well. Another opportunity by the Artesians in the penalty area. Ashlyn Crow with it. Nice move by Ashlyn, right side, trying to get service on a cross. It'll go out of bounds, and it'll be Martinsville throw in. So the freshman there, keeping the pressure on the Hawks. 2-2 the score. Again, apologize for the fence up above, but just kind of where we're positioned at. It's the best we can do here. Pablo, and the goalie can't come up with it, and into the back of the net on the rebound is Morgan Schrock, and the Artesians 3-2 leaders. Very well done. See if we can get another look here at that one. Martinsville up 3-2, 3 unanswered. We'll take a look at it again here. Pablo, the shot, the goalie can't come up with it, and Schrock right there to put it in the back of the net. And it's a 3-2 Artesian lead, and they're back on the attack again. Down goes Delaney, gets it back up. Trying to get the time right here. I am not very good at keeping track of the time. I apologize. I should probably let Stacia do it here. She's doing a nice job at her first go-round. Our RTV students getting their first taste of it, and so she's doing a nice job with the tech directing here today as well. Again, I'm just trying to stay out of the way. So Morgan goes down. They check to see if she's okay. I do wonder sometimes how much of that is from the fact that they see on TV. But last time we had this opportunity, free kick by the Artesians. Charlotte Mason puts it in the back of the net. Might as well do it again. Just heard Coach Mia Moody, far post, top corner. Let's see if Charlotte can put it there. She tries. She goes near post, top corner, and goes a little bit wide. I remember when my daughter used to play softball, one of my assistant coaches say, "Hey, can she put it right here on the outside corner?" And I turned and said, "Listen, if she could put it where I wanted her to, we wouldn't be coaching her. She'd be coached by somebody else." So that's a little bit of those problems some there that you're ideally trying to get it into the top corner there, but Charlotte just missing, puts it into the over the back of the net there. So the Artesians, though, 3-2 leaders, and it was a great, really, shot by Charlotte on a set piece a couple of minutes ago that kind of spurred the Artesians on. Then you got another rebound goal by Morgan Schrock. And Martinsville leads 3-2 after falling behind 2-0 early. This has turned into a good one here. Decatur week on WRAP 15 Sports and the MHS Rewind YouTube channel, also streaming live on IHSAA TV. Nice give and go there by the Hawks. Into the penalty area. The shot knocked away. Great save there by Dakota Meadows. Diving stop at the last second by Dakota. Knocks it away. And the Hawks will have to settle for the penalty kick. It's Jacqueline Flores. Flores leading the team in goals coming in, was looking for one there. She had 9 on the year in the 7 games played, but Dakota Meadows denies her. Into the penalty area, just wide that time by the Hawks. Liliana Aguayo just missing. So Meadows will put a boot into it. Hawks trying to settle it. Flores, nice move in the midfield, now has control of it. A little give and go. Right back to Flores, trying to push it up ahead. The Artesians will just kind of flick it out that time. Sophia DeMoss. Score from the outside goes over the back of the fence. We'll turn our crowd mic down a little bit. I think we got the coaches talking. The mic kind of hangs right down out of our press box, and right about, obviously, the press box about midfield, and the coaches kind of congregate there at times when the ball's on the other side of the field. I guess there's no coaching box, is there, in soccer? There is? I don't see it drawn down there. There's 2 white lines that they have to stay. But they've got good reign of, they got good freedom. It's not like basketball, though. Couple minutes left here, first half of play. Martinsville up 3-2. If you missed anything, stay tuned at halftime. We'll have all the goals back for you here on WRAP 15 Sports and the MHS Rewind YouTube channel. So stick around. We'll have those goals for you as we
2 minutes, 2.
Go down to the 2-minute mark. I still don't understand why we have to say 2 minutes. Do you have any idea, Coach Staggs, why we have to say 2 minutes? That's as good of a reason as any. I just, I'd like to see our PA announcer at a basketball game, like, count down, like, 2 minutes. And the final 10 seconds, 2 but under 2 minutes left, 1:20 to be exact. Charlotte Mason will start it with the left foot. See if Martinsville can kind of maybe steal something late. Schrock with it to the left, trying to go the left foot, and it's taken away there by Decatur Central, and they want to quickly come back on the attack. Macia gets it up ahead. Martinsville, though, keeps it. Rory Dilbone had snuck up a little bit. Martinsville, can Eliza Osler get it up? She does to Ashlyn Crow, and Ashlyn trying to go back to Charlotte Mason, taken away by the Hawks. Martinsville getting a little bit more adventurous on the offensive end. You don't want to give up anything late. Delaney Pueblo with the left foot trying to squirt it through a couple of defenders. Can't get it through, and the Hawks come back the other way. Dilbone doing a nice job defensively just to knock it away. Hawks quickly on the throw-in. Down to 20 seconds. Shot will go wide, and you probably won't see Dakota in any hurry here. It's like she took a little bit of a
10,
glance up at
9,
the clock, and with
8,
Coach
7,
Staggs counting down,
6,
she knows exactly
5,
how much time's
4,
left. I'm really
3,
surprised she even
2,
put it into play,
1.
but it was a fantastic first half of play for the Artesians here at Martinsville High School. They lead it 3-2. Stay tuned. We'll have a look at the goals that Martinsville and Decatur scored when we come back. You're watching Martinsville Girls Soccer on WRAP 15 Sports and the MHS Rewind YouTube channel.
13,000 feet has a way of testing a man's soul. After all, you were never meant to take on such an endeavor. That long drop is what separates human from superhuman. And here we are, right here, right now.
Later, this time, from the right side, the cross in the middle, she puts it in the back of the net, and it was a great start for the Decatur Central Hawks. But the Artesians, they would respond. It was Delaney Pueblo first. Nice move here, the right foot to the left corner of the goal, and got it to within 2-1. And then, this was just great all around. Charlotte Mason, the left-footed set piece. Great camera work by Peyton Smith here to follow. Watch Charlotte there just over the goalie into the upper right-hand corner and then right back to the celebration for Charlotte Mason. And then the Artesians score once again. It's Morgan Schrock set up by Delaney Pueblo. The goalie can't two here at the half over the Decatur Central Hawks. We will take another break and come back with more. You're watching girls soccer on WRAP 15 Sports and the MHS Rewind YouTube channel.
Understand.
Being young is hard.
With friends, school, family,
Homework, jobs, sports.
It's easy to get overwhelmed.
stress, anxiety, depression.
They can take over everything.
And with drinking, vaping, smoking, drugs.
We know it seems like the easiest answer.
But it just makes things harder.
No matter what you're facing,
You can do it.
And you don't have to do it alone.
Because we understand.
Hi, I'm Matt Wolford, president of the IHSAA Foundation, and we need your help. We need your help so the youth of our community can develop advanced leadership skills. We need your help giving high school administrators and coaches the instruction and insight they need to be better role models and teachers. To learn more or to make a tax-deductible contribution, go to ihsaafoundation.org. You'll not only be contributing to the foundation of the IHSAA, you'll be contributing to the foundation of our community.
We're not just officers or deputies. We're people. We're parents and grandparents. We're here to serve our community. We're here for you. and we want everyone to succeed and be substance abuse free.
Back here at the half of this Mid-State Conference matchup. Get the scoreboard correct. We're at halftime. 3-2 Martinsville out in front. If you're just joining us, here's another look at how the scoring went down. Decatur with the opening goal of the night. That hit the far left post. Yamela Idre Yusuf with that one. And then she would strike again moments later. In front of the net. A cross, really a missed shot, if you will, but Idre Yusuf right there to put it in. And then it was Martinsville turn as they went 3 straight. Pablo first, just outside the penalty area, into the left corner of the goal. And then this great set piece from Charlotte Mason with the left foot. 15 yards outside the box into the top right corner of the goal to tie things up. And then Delaney Pablo teams up with Morgan Schrock moments later. Pablo the shot from outside the penalty box. Goalie can't come up with it. Schrock the rebound, knocks it into the back of the net, and that's where we stand. 3-2. This is a Decatur team that has not lost this season. Martinsville looking for their second win, so we'll see what happens here. We're going to take one final break here at the half and come back with the
Don't do that.
Work can be overwhelming.
School can be overwhelming.
I don't feel like I do enough at home.
I don't feel like myself at home.
I don't know if I'm making the right choices for my future.
I have no idea what to do with my future.
I have anxiety.
I get so depressed.
I just wish someone could understand.
We may be your parents,
but we've been in your shoes.
And we fought the same battles.
No matter what you're facing,
we're here for you.
And you're not in this alone.
Becoming a licensed sports official is a great way to make a positive difference in the community and support the over 160,000 Indiana student athletes that participate across 22 IHSAA sports. Sports officiating allows you to stay connected to the game, become a role model for our young student athletes, earn extra money, and support the patrons and communities of our IHSAA member schools. To learn more about becoming a licensed IHSAA official, log on to ihsaa.org/officials today.
Well, we're about a minute and a half away from getting started here in the second half of play. The Artesians up 3-2 after falling behind early 2-0. They've made a valiant comeback and lead the unbeaten Decatur Central Hawks. 3-2 the score here at the half. The Artesian boys soccer will battle Decatur Central tomorrow night as the Artesians continue their Decatur Central week. And then Friday night it will be football's turn. To do battle, as the football team will battle the Decatur Central Hawks here at Ciderwitz Field. If you want to come to the game, you've got to get tickets still on sale. Online, though, I believe. If you can't make it, come to check us out on the MHS Rewind YouTube channel. There you see Ty Martin featured prominently on our social media posts this week. The Decatur Central Hawks. I'm not sure we wore the script artesian helmets last week. Not sure what we're going with this week. And the Hawks in those Oregon Duck-esque helmets, if you will. Ty Martin, great contest on Friday night. That was a fantastic game. I wish we could have been there to broadcast it because it was exciting to be able to just watch on Greenwood's live stream and to do that. It would have been fantastic. But couldn't be there. But still happy for the kids to get the win. And Coach Duggar showed you a picture on his show this week that you can watch on the MHS Rewind YouTube channel on IHSA TV of that Melissa Dillon took for the Reporter Times. And, you know, I don't know if Coach Staggs saw it, but Coach Duggar's got some hops. I mean, he's celebrating. He is. I know the turf lets you get up a little bit. It's got a little bit of bounce to it and things, but he looks like he could go out there and maybe throw one down on the basketball court. So, but he was celebrating. Three-sport athlete at Franklin Central. Went to IU where he was a student coach for then Terry Hepner. Kind of his motto, and you can kind of get a little bit of that feel if you were obviously was not around Terry Hepner, don't have any idea on beyond with him and those kind of things. But, you know, when you listen to when Terry used to talk and Coach Hepner would talk, you kind of get that feel of how he dealt with his coaches, his players and things. And you kind of get that same feel from Coach Duggar, just being around him a little bit as well. Really cares about the kids, wants to see them do well, try to put them in the best position they can be. And definitely enjoying the fact that they're able to play football this year amid everything that's gone on and making the most of those opportunities. The Artesians have had to come back in a couple of instances and have been able to do it. Speaking of coming back, that's what the girls have done in Delaney Pueblo. Another shot on goal. That one just crossing the front of the net, but nobody there. And a new goalie in for the Decatur Central Hawks now. Haley Patrick, I believe, in. Schrock trying to get control of it. Instead, it's Pueblo out to Ashlyn Crow. Crow trying to get it into the penalty box, but it's taken away by the Hawks. Sun is setting, so the air has started to cool here at Martinsville High School, and that's very, very welcome. Came out here this afternoon to set up for the game, and it was a little hot in here. The shot corralled by Dakota Meadows. Really didn't think that was going to be much possibility of going in anywhere, but Jacqueline Flores, who leads the team in goals coming in, had a nice pace on that shot. She's got it again for the Hawks. On the left side, they're making a run. Nice move by Decatur. Clears some space, shot in front of the goal, and it's cleared out of there nicely by the Artesians, Sophia DeMoss. But Dakota Meadows was right there in good position as well. When we talked with Coach Mia Moody to start the season, she was really looking for big things out of Dakota in goal, and it just so happened that first couple of games of their first game when they battled Bloomington South really, really good, and you know she was under constant attack. But you can see with the lead here, Dakota has, again, a little bit more pep in her step. Ball goes out of bounds, and Dakota will pick it up. 3-2 Martinsville out in front. Now, this is a mid-state conference matchup, so they will go to overtime and they will go to penalty kicks if we should get to that point. I don't like to jinx things, so hopefully we don't get to there. Already a late start, but hopefully the Artesians tack on a couple of goals and cruise to an easy win here. But the overtime rules, just in case, it's 2 7-minute periods, and they play them. It's not sudden death. It's 2 7-minute periods, so, there could be 27 goals scored in the 7 minutes. But if that doesn't solve it, then they go to penalty kicks. Flores, a good boot off the top of the goalpost. Great pace, and then Morgan Schrock uses the shins, and she's in pain a little bit. Going down to get a stoppage and play. I think she took it in the shins. That was a... did she get hit in the stomach? It was a shot by whoever it was that took the shot, and then it was a shot by Flores off the goalpost. The crossbar just couldn't quite get it done. She may have actually gotten cleated a little bit. Not sure. It's hard to tell from this angle what's going on. So she'll walk off under her own power, and we'll get set to reset again. So I'm not sure who it'll be. Decatur. They just put it into play, and here we go. Stoppage and play. Decatur gets to pick it up and go. I've not seen that happen before. I haven't been to a ton of soccer games, but it's pretty cool. Into the penalty box. The Hawks can't come up with it, and it goes out of bounds. Thank you. Kaylee Houchin trying to keep us under control here with our score, which is awesome. The clock. If this game gets tied up again, we may have to send Coach Staggs out of here because when he left last time, we started scoring goals. So the superstition in me says that may have to happen. Hopefully we don't get to that point. Artesians leading 3-2 after Decatur jumped out early 2-0 in the first 10 minutes of it. Martinsville answered with 3 straight, including a great one off the left foot of Charlotte Mason. Tries to lift on that left footer there and give Martinsville some run at it. It's a strategy maybe changed a little bit defensively for the Artesians with their attack, not pushing as forward as what really they were in the first half of play. Trying to protect that 1-goal lead. Going to the 4 corners, if you will. Playing butcher ball. Jack Butcher from Lagodi. Taking the air out of it. Trying to make a little bit of a run at it. The Hawks flick it back on, and now Pueblo. She's done a great job in the midfield for the Artesians all season and again here tonight as well. Hawks, again, good individually. Got some players that can get some things done. On the run up the right side, they lose it out of bounds. The throw in coming. Touched out of bounds. Collision there in the middle. Tomorrow night, Caden Rottenkranz, the senior, leading the way for the Artesians as they battle the Hawks as well. Again, live on the MHS Rewind YouTube channel. If you can't make it out here to support the Artesians, tune in. Also watch us on IHSA TV and catch the replays on our low-power television station, WRAP. Nice flick up ahead to Dilbone, up to Eliza Osler. Eliza in the midfield, trying to get it on. Nice touch, can't quite run on to it that time was Ashlyn Crow, the intended target. Flores, they've done a nice job of keeping her in check. Speaking of check, as she takes down runner the Reuter twins that time. Hannah. Hawks trying to maintain possession of it. Flores flicks it on the run up on the right side. Dilbone will just knock it out of bounds. Martinsville can then get back defensively. Artesians 3-2 leaders over a very good Decatur Central club. Coming in, they had not been beaten, only giving up a couple of goals. Martinsville scored 3 on them, unanswered in the first half of play. Hawks have had a couple of attacks, but Martinsville has been up to the challenge thus far. Osler tracking back a little bit, trying to come up with it. Loses it out of bounds. Pablo trying to flick it on with the head that time to Diltbone, but it goes out of bounds. DeMoss kicks it out. Crow trying to get it to Osler, but it's knocked away. Decatur will keep it on the offensive side here. And they've done a nice job of controlling, really, the play here in this second half thus far. Lots of time on their offensive side of the field for the Hawks. Decatur trying to run onto it. Reuter getting tangled up there for the Artesians, along with Aguayo, and Aguayo with it. Trying to go to Flores, taken away, though, by the Artesians. Mason tracking back with the left foot to Osler. Eliza trying to get it up to Crow, can't quite get it done. Back to Delaney Pablo. Delaney, nice footwork there in the midfield, the left foot, trying to get it up to Eliza Osler, but taken back away by Decatur. So Martinsville not pushing a lot of players forward, and Morgan Schrock, normally their center forward or striker, out right now. So she would be the one that would be on the point of that attack, trying to get a couple of those through balls to her through to make some things happen. So you change your approach a little bit depending on what your personnel is. And the Hawks have done a nice job of keeping some pressure on the Artesians here in the second half of play. But Martinsville thus far through the first 11 minutes has done a nice job of keeping the Hawks at bay. Nice cross, a great header, an even better save there by Dakota Meadows. Wow, a great sequence there, and we'll get that replayed back up to you when we get an opportunity. I don't want to go to that until we have it, and here we go. Take another quick look at it here. Watch this. You're going to get a cross into the penalty area. On the right side, the header flicked on, and Dakota Meadows with a great save to keep it out and keep the Artesians in front. And excellent camera work again there by Peyton Smith. Dylan Roden also up there on the camera tonight, and he's doing a great job as well. And kind of odd for me because I've known Dylan for forever, and his brother's name's Peyton. And it's not his brother up there, but I keep saying Peyton and Dylan, and I'm thinking that Peyton's up there. But it's not. I mean, it is Peyton. It's Peyton Smith, but it's not Peyton Roden. It's just odd, and I'm probably the only one that feels that, and nobody at home probably cares. But I thought I would share that with everybody with 27 minutes left. The flick up ahead. The Hawks come up with it. Flores now, leading goal scorer. Nice footwork. Martinsville doing a nice job of marking her, and a rocket off the right foot goes wide right. And Ivan Herbert will call in the sub. Somebody's yelling for somebody. So thank you for Kaylee letting me know what's going on. It's awesome. Great fans here. Great fans here. Got a couple of the kids that run cross country, right? That's kind of a commonality here at Martinsville, and I don't think it's just exclusive to Martinsville that you have soccer players running cross country. Lots of places do that, and it's obviously you can see the relationship between the two. Martinsville has to make a decision, and they will. Sophia DeMoss trying to clear it. I did clearly hear, I believe it's the mom, say clear it. Well, she just keeps it, and it'll go out of bounds now. But you also have some basketball players. We've talked about that on a couple of the previous broadcasts. You'll get basketball players that will come out here and play. Works on their footwork. I know that Coach Staggs has several kids that have played and do still play soccer. And so lots of people doing a couple of sports, and that's awesome to see. Morgan Schrock back in the game. That's good to see as well because she may give that Artesian just that little extra burst. The play really been dominated by Decatur Central, but Martinsville's made the most of their counterattack opportunities. But with Schrock back in there, you may see Artesians maybe push up a little bit more on the offensive side. There's Morgan tracking back to try to get that. Up ahead to Charlotte Mason. Charlotte with that great goal off the left foot set piece early in the second half, or the first half of play. I'd say late in the first half of play. Tied things up before Delaney Pueblo had a nice shot from outside the penalty area as well. Goalie almost came up with the save, and then Morgan Schrock got the rebound and stuck it in the back of the net. Nice boot that time by Dakota Meadows. And let's see if Artesians can do something with it. Ashlyn Crow flips it back to Mason. Mason, the left foot, trying to go up ahead. See if Schrock could come up with it. Can't. Hawks kind of clear it. If Delaney can get her feet on it, make something happen in the midfield. Ball goes out. Martinsville will get the throw in. Artesians leading it here. Tomorrow night, boys are back in action here against the Decatur Central Hawks. Catch Caden Rottencrans and his crew. As they battle Decatur. Decatur week continues. It was started off well for Martinsville last night with the volleyball team getting the win in 3 sets, and right now it's going well for the girls soccer team as they lead here 3-2. Boys will play tomorrow night, and then the football teams will do battle on Friday as well. DeMoss trying to clear it. Flores gets loose into the penalty area. The left foot cross goes wide. Flores was looking that time for Hermosillo, who was making a run up the right side, and now looks like Flores will come off here momentarily. She was the leading goal scorer coming in for the Hawks with 9, has not found the back of the net here yet, and hopefully that stays that way. Martinsville leads at 3-2. The 2 goals coming early on for the Hawks by Yamela Idre Yusuf. Liza Osler to Schrock. Schrock collides and trying to keep control. The Hawks back up ahead. Decatur back with it. See if they can mount a counterattack. They get a nice through ball up on the left side for Decatur Central. Martinsville defensively tracking back. You got Holly Reuter. A boot from the right side right to Dakota Meadows, and Dakota up with it. Aguayo from outside the penalty box couldn't get it. Ashlyn Crow trying to run onto it. It's a race, giving good effort. Ball knocked out, but it will go to the Decatur Central Hawks. Maybe took Ashlyn a little bit by surprise there. I think she thought maybe it would be Martinsville ball. Hawks back on the counter. Aguayo up ahead. Maybe running out of steam a little bit. Hawks have exerted a lot of effort. Up ahead, Schrock can't run onto it. The Hawks right there. Reuter collides with Decatur. Decatur now has it free in front of the penalty area. Martinsville trying to knock it away. Hawks come back, kind of reset. Aguayo flicks it on. Martinsville trying to clear it. Reuter. Pablo flicks it ahead to Crow. Ashlyn. Nice footwork there, but is dispossessed of the soccer ball. The nice flick on. Martinsville trying to come back. Dillbone does a nice job defensively. First it was Hannah Reuter. And then Rory Dillbone there to defend. Idre Yusuf, who was looking for goal number 3. We've about gone halfway through this one in the second half, and Martinsville still clinging to the 3-2 lead. Let's keep it that way in this Mid-State Conference matchup between Decatur and Martinsville. The Hawks yet to lose. Martinsville just the 1 win. This would be an upset. So it'd be a good way to keep things rolling on Decatur week. Nice job by Meadows with some confidence off her goal line to come and snag that out of the air. She puts the boot into it. Again, Crow trying to come up with it. Can't. Hawks can't settle either in the midfield, but now they have it back again. Martinsville flicks it out of bounds. Holly Reuter there. Ball just in front of the net will go wide. Again, from where we are, it's tough to see the angle to see how close that actually comes to the goal. And my depth perception is less than good anyway, so didn't know if that was something to get how close it actually was, but regardless, it stays out of the back of the net. The Artesians keep the 3-2 lead here. Like we said, the Hawks have kind of dominated possession here in the second half, really the entire match. In the first half, the Artesians did a nice job of getting some counterattacks, and here they go again. Here the coach is down on the sideline pleading with Morgan to just go ahead and take that forward instead of flicking it on. And so this time is what she will do. Keeps control of it and has it taken away. Hawks coming the other way. Schrock will hustle back to try to get back and play defense. Through ball. DeMoss trying to run it down. Hawks maintain possession, and then Schrock will flick it up ahead. Crow trying to poke it away, but pokes it out of bounds and gives a little bit of a respite to the Artesians, and they will maintain possession of it. So Ashland will pick it up about midfield. See her throw in. Pablo. Ball goes out. Artesians leading it. 3-2. 3 unanswered by the Artesians in the first half of play. Some subs coming in here for Decatur. Kids have a couple more days on the yellow stoplight model of school. Hybrid model where we're divided into cohorts, A and B. Tomorrow will be cohort B. Red days. Then hopefully we go green on Monday for the high school. Red days, Mondays and Tuesdays. Everybody on Wednesday, blue days Thursday and Friday. Hopefully for the rest of the year. I think that's what it is. Last time I checked the schedule. And that was kind of like some sorcery work going on there. Probably shouldn't use that word. Probably going to make someone mad. But that's kind of what it had to be to get that schedule figured out. You know, Ryan Wagner had a lot to do with that, as the fact that he was basically the lone administrator, him and Audrey Jackson, over the summer. And they did a great job getting things in check. Then Audrey's moved on to the, I'm not sure what her title is. I just called her a COVID coordinator, but I know that's not the official term. But she's done a nice job in that as well. And, you know, fortunately we haven't had a ton of things yet. Knocking on wood. So hopefully, you know, everybody doing what they're supposed to, doing their protocols, masking up, hand sanitizing, wiping down, fever checking, cough checking, all those kind of things. Mouth covering. I already said that with the mask. Sneezing into the arm. Reuter trying to ride it out of bounds, so knock it out. It'll be a corner kick for Decatur, but gives Martinsville a chance defensively to set up, and it will be Flores, the leading goal scorer for the Hawks, now with a set piece from the corner, and see if she can get a good cross in front of the goal for the Hawks. Set to go. Pablo can't clear it. Running on is Osler, but she can't clear it either. The Hawks keep possession of it on the right side. Rory Dillbone up, marking the Hawk attacker. Hawks clear some space, and Dakota Meadows pushes it away. I'm not sure who was cheering. It did not go in. It went wide. And I honestly don't think Dakota even stopped it. She let it go because she saw it was going wide and didn't want to give up the corner. Well, that looked like my 5-iron shot right there. But Dakota's done a great job. In goal has been up to the challenge and will have to now in the final 12 minutes in 45 seconds of play here. Martinsville leading 3-2. Going to give up a set piece here. Reuter called for the foul. So Flores now will set it up. She moves it a little bit closer, inches a little bit closer. Martinsville will set up the wall. The shot, it's a good one, and it's in. Flores puts it into the back of the net, and we're knotted up at 3. Let's get another look at that here when we get a chance. Well, those set pieces are killers. We're going to see the artesian wall right here, and then you'll see the ball go right over them and into the back of the net for the Hawks. It's a little bit better look at it from the game cam. As we restart play here, you'll see that wall sneak up, and Flores gets goal number 10 of the season, and we're tied up at 3. I did not want to hit the replay again, but we're back to live action now. Well, now see if the Artesians can respond. The Hawks have really controlled possession offensively, and now they've got a little bit more energy. Flores again settles in the penalty area. Want to try to keep it off of her foot. Pueblo marking her. Nice move by Flores. The left foot, wow. Great turn by Flores. See the confidence there, and that ball just sails high. See the danger of Flores. Had 9 goals coming in, just scored 10, and nearly got number 11 there, which would have put Decatur out in front. Decatur jumped out early in the first 10 minutes. A couple of goals off the right foot of Idre Youssef, and they led 2-0, and Martinsville responded. They had 3 straight and led 3-2, and just moments ago, 12 minutes left, the Hawks tied up. And now they're looking forward again. Flores back with it. Nice footwork, trying to keep Pueblo at bay. Her and Delaney battling. Delaney trying to take it away. Flores now finds one of her teammates. Flick on. Flores hustling. Reuter dropping back. Tries to clear it, but right to the Hawks, and that will go wide left. A good look that time by Decatur. By Aguayo. Decatur putting some pressure on, but maybe Martinsville can do really what they've done all night when they've gone to the offense, and that's the quick counterattack. And they can sneak one through. Hawks trying to settle it. They come up with it. Up ahead. Flores. Fancy footwork outside the penalty area. Tries to get it on her right foot. DeMoss comes in and blocks it. And Sophia trying to clear it. Now we'll have another penalty, and Flores quickly will walk to the ball, actually jog to the ball, and says, I'm taking this. Just outside the penalty area. Flores actually moving it back a little bit farther because she wants to give herself some more space to make a play at it. So probably not on the attack here. She's going to try to get something crossing-wise in front of the net and see if her teammates can do anything with it. Chip on. It's nicely done. Again, it was an attack, but it was kept by Dakota Meadows. And Martinsville trying to counterattack quickly, but Decatur takes control of it. Now Ashlyn Crow up with it. See if she can find Eliza Osler. Does push ahead through ball. Hawks trying to clear it, though. And they'll keep possession of it, will Decatur. Again, this being a mid-state conference matchup, we will play overtime. It'll be 2 7-minute halves, and then if it's not settled, it would be penalty kicks. Flores keeps it now. the right side. Dilbone marking her service into the penalty area, really kind of serves as a shot, and Dakota Meadows up with it. Dakota up to Ashlyn Crow, trying to settle it on her foot, can't quite do it. Bats flying around here at the soccer field. I think we need to name the soccer field something. I want to say something. I want to, I don't know what to call it. I guess Artesian Field, Martinsville High School. The pitch at Martinsville High School. And we can get a sponsor for it. The Greek's Pizza soccer pitch. Again, Flores. Little give and go. Yusuf. Decatur controlling it. Trying to get a touch in the penalty box, and it's cleared that time by the Artesians. Maddie Mosgrip. The Hawks will have a throw in. Down to 7 minutes to go in this one. Tied up at 3. The throw in. Decatur kicks it out. Can't settle it. It'll be a goal kick. Well, we'll see what happens here in this one as we tick down the time. 3-3 the score. Like we said, would go into overtime. 2 7-minute periods, and if it's not settled, then we go to penalty kicks. So hopefully Martinsville can get something done here. Reuter trying to go up ahead. Crow on the right side trying to flick on. Pablo can't come up with it. Would like to see Delaney get loose in the midfield if possible and make something happen. Maybe her and Morgan Schrock could team up. Delaney tracking back to get it, trying to make the turn, but it's taken away. Hawks, Flores settles it. Left boot. Served nicely into the penalty area. DeMoss trying to clear it. The Hawks can't get it. Again, a couple of shots at it, and the Artesians defense up to the challenge. Will it get in? It goes wide. Wow, what a sequence there in front of the penalty, in the penalty box and in front of the goal area. Couple of cracks at it by Decatur Central. They couldn't quite settle it or get good, clean looks at it, and almost at that point where they were trying to be just too perfect on it when you just needed a flick on if you're Decatur to try to get it in, but good for the Artesians. They're eventually able to clear it, eventually end up with a goal kick. Let's see if they can get something going offensively here. Creeping down to the 5-minute mark to go in this one. Had a late start here at Martinsville High School, the soccer pitch, and don't really want to go to overtime. It'll be 2 7-minute overtimes. There'll be a break in between each one, and then if it's not settled still, it'll go to penalty kicks. Shot blocked by the Artesians. DeMoss doing it. Osler up ahead to Crow. Crow, can she get by her defender? She will go down with a collision. No call, play on. So Ashland trying to return the favor there. Pablo tracking back. Osler back up with it. Flicks on. Crow trying to run up and make contact with it. Can't quite settle it. Schrock goes off the face of the Decatur defender. And Decatur has it. So the action starting to pick up here. 4 minutes to go. 3-3 the score. Decatur's perfect season on the line. Decatur settles backwards, and now back on the attack, Charlotte Mason. Now Ashlyn Crow up with it. Hawks Tracking backward, and this is good to see. Delaney runs onto it on the right side. I don't think she felt that defender. The defender knocks her down, and Delaney goes down. Hopefully she'll be okay. We'll get a stoppage in play. Delaney Pueblo down. The trainer out to take a look. Artesians will come over and get a quick water break, as will Decatur Central. Pueblo's still down. Hopefully she'll be okay. She is. Now let's get a restart right now with her. Take a water break. Guess this was an unofficial water break with 3 minutes left. Be an injury water break timeout. I'm going to take you back to the tying goal here by Decatur. It's off the right foot of Flores as the teams start to return. It's their 10th goal of the year. It sailed just over top of the outstretched arms of Dakota Meadows. So we'll stop the clock here and get it set right. And it'll be Charlotte Mason again. Now remember, she scored from here, about the same spot. Earlier in the first half, this one served into the penalty area. Ashlyn Crow can't come up with it. Now the Hawks, Yusuf. Flores up ahead. Idre Yusuf has 2 goals. She'll try to run it down. She's got it on the right side. The shot, though, not a very good one. Miss hit. Down under 3 to go. He said there will be overtime. 2 7-minute halves. And then if it's not settled, we'll go penalty kicks. But it's not sudden death overtime, so they'll play the 2 7 minutes regardless of what happens. Nice footwork by Mason. Hawks trying to strike back. Martinsville gets it taken away. Schrock flicks on. Osler trying to run it down, but it's taken back away by the Hawks. DeMoss comes up with it. Pushing up from her defensive spot. Crow. Fancy footwork in the middle. Trying to keep possession of it. Does. Flick on. It's through. Can the Artesians get to it? They do. The goalie comes out, makes the stop. Little hesitation there by Brittany Dawson, and that probably cost the Artesians. Minute 51. Flores marked by Dilbone. Artesians, Reuter can't quite settle it. Artesians will track back. Dilbone trying to flick it on to Schrock. Hawks. And they get a shot at it here. Maybe they try to get it to Flores. Play on. That's what Ivan Herbert says. Flores, nice turn. She had the equalizer, trying to get one here. Dakota Meadows off her line to snag it out of the air. Down to a minute left. Crow can't settle it. Mason. And it looks like we're headed to overtime. Or did I speak too soon? Hawks quickly on the counter. Idre Yusuf Martinsville standing. Down to 40 seconds. The Hawks into the penalty area. Flores, the right foot, looking for the upper 90 on the left side. It goes wide. And the Artesians hurrying on the attack. 20 seconds left. Hawks may get one last crack at it, but 10 seconds left.
9,
I think
8,
we're going overtime.
7,
Here we
6,
go. Final seconds.
4, 3,
And
2,
again,
1.
out of the goal that time is Dakota Meadows. Makes the stop. And we are going to go to overtime in this Mid-State Conference play. 3-3 the score. You are watching Martinsville Artesian Girls Soccer on WREP 15 Sports and the MHS Rewind YouTube channel.
13,000 feet has a way of testing a man's soul. After all, we were never meant to take on such an endeavor. That long drop is what separates human from superhuman. And here we are, right here, right now.
You're good at motivation, we're good at your insurance. Start with Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance and stop knocking on wood.
When you hit that water, you're going to want to look for weeds, sunken structures, down trees, stuff like that. You'll let that breeze tell you where you want to go. Windy days like this, those bait fish will come swimming closer to shore. They'll bring the big boys with them, those bass and those pike. And they like cooler temperatures, so you ain't likely to have much luck.
You're good at giving fishing advice. We're good at your insurance. Start with Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance and stop knocking on wood.
We're back here at Martinsville High School with a soccer pitch. And we're going to overtime in this Mid-State Conference matchup. We've had lots of goals. Hawks start off with a goal early on. Idre Yusuf gets the first goal, and then she gets goal number 2 as well. Hit it on the right side, and the Hawks led early 2-0. They were 7-0 coming in, and it looked like they may roll to victory, but not so fast, say the Artesians. Delaney Pueblo just outside the penalty area to the left side of the net, and it was a 2-1 game. We stayed that way for a while, and then Charlotte Mason on the set piece just outside the penalty area, about 12 yards out, the left foot over the outstretched arms of the goalie into the upper right 90. And it was 2-2. Then the Artesians, Delaney Pueblo has the shot that's rebounded by Morgan Schrock, and Martinsville led 3-2. And we stayed that way for quite some time until the 12-minute mark when the Hawks' leading scorer, Flores, who had been kept in check, she had 9 goals coming in, but she got a set piece, about the same place where Charlotte Mason was, fired it just off the hands of Dakota Meadows, and that was the equalizer. 3-3, the score. Here as we get set to go in overtime 1. The 2 7-minute overtime periods, they'll play those out regardless. So, you know, you can score as many goals as you can score in that 7-minute time frame. But a goal, it's not like a golden goal to end it. Then if it's remained tied after the 2 7-minute periods, we will go to penalty kicks. And we haven't done a
tiebreak procedure.
ton of soccer matches, but we have the ones that we've done, we've had one that have gone to penalty kicks. It was a match between the boys in Mooresville several years ago, and it went to penalty kicks. So hopefully we stay away from the penalty kicks. It is kind of exciting. Some people like it. Some soccer enthusiasts don't. There'll be 2 minutes in between these 7-minute periods. It'll be like we're playing a mini game now. Again. So, Decatur late getting here. So we get a late start, and now we're going overtime. But if it results in a Martinsville win, we're okay with it. We had an overtime last Friday night at Greenwood in Martinsville. Came away with a victory. So hopefully we get a win here tonight. Looks like Decatur has a little bit more pep in their step. They really controlled play offensively all night in their half of the field. But Martinsville had made the most of their counterattack opportunities and see if they can get another one here. Ashlyn Crow trying to run onto it. Come the Hawks. Schrock can't get it taken away. And thought we'd get a handball, and we do. So I'm just going to give the Hawks a shot at it here. And it'll be Flores, a set piece. So Charlotte Mason scored from there on the other half of the pitch. Flores scored from there on the other half of the pitch. And so she'll set it up here on a set piece and see what happens. Tied up at 3. The first of 2 7-minute overtime periods. Flores, 10 goals now, had 9 coming in, had the one, the equalizer with the 12-minute mark. The right foot, Meadows knocks it away. The Hawks trying to keep possession of it inside the penalty area. Flores again trying to get across, but it's knocked away by Morgan Schrock. Initially, Flores keeps control of it. Has it still. Schrock takes it away from her, but still battling. Ball still in a dangerous, precarious position for the Artesians. The Hawks with it. And Sophia DeMoss heads it out. So it will be a penalty kick, or excuse me, a corner kick for the Hawks. Three, the score. Hawks jumped out early 2-0. Martinsville ripped off 3 straight goals and led all the way until the 12-minute mark of the second half before the Hawks got the equalizer. Off the right foot of Jacqueline Flores. That shot will go wide. Decatur Central week here at Martinsville High School and on the MHS Rewind YouTube channel and WREP 15 Sports 4 live stream games between Martinsville and Decatur and the various events. And it started off well last night for Martinsville with the big win in volleyball to move to 10-2 for head coach Kayla Back. Trying to get it done here for Mia Moody. In girls soccer, looked bleak early as they trailed 2-0, but then after the 3 straight goals by the Artesians, it looked like maybe they were going to steal one here from the Hawks, but the Hawks get a late equalizer and are now trying to get the job done in overtime. 2 overtime periods. According to IHSA rules, 7 minutes each, 2 minutes in between, and if nothing is decided, they will go to penalty kicks. See if Martinsville can get a run on. Delaney Pablo. And the goalie maybe makes a mistake. Pablo flicks it on and into the net. Delaney Pablo. Goal number 2 for her in the first overtime. Now, this is not, like we said, like golden goal opportunity here. We're going to get another look at it. as they're going to start it here momentarily. I think we had a camera mishap here, so we'll go and see if we can get that taken care of. Here's the goal, Pueblo. The goalie hesitated. Pueblo did not. The left foot puts it in. I think we're getting the camera fixed here.
Two minutes.
Martinsville leading 4-3. The goal by Delaney Pueblo, and had a celebration upstairs. Our camera got knocked down. Martinsville still applying some pressure. Pueblo with her second goal. Some hesitation by the goalie by Decatur. Didn't know if she could get to the ball or not, and Delaney just kept coming. And then when the goalie was way out of position, it was easy for me to say, probably a pretty easy shot, and Pueblo just flicked it on. Nobody there to knock it away, and it found the back of the net. Her second goal of the night, and it is the go-ahead goal thus far. I'll see if Martinsville can play defense here the final 40 seconds of this first overtime period. Flores got the equalizer last time for the Hawks, keeps possession of it here, strong with the ball, but Reuter staying strong as well. Left-footed boot. DeMoss kind of got a foot on it and redirected it, and more than anything, just slowed it down enough to allow Dakota Meadows to come up with.
10,
I thought Dakota would maybe just hold on to
8,
it, but she boots
7,
it away.
6,
That'll probably count down
5,
here the final
4, 3,
5 seconds
2,
of the
1.
first overtime period, and we've got one more left here, so that's how they play them. 4-3 the score here. They'll have one more 7-minute period. We have 2 minutes of rest, and we'll come back with it here in just a moment. You're watching Martinsville Girls Soccer on WREP 15 Sports and the MHS Rewind YouTube channel.
Understand.
Being young is hard.
With friends, school, family,
Homework, jobs, sports.
It's easy to get overwhelmed.
stress, anxiety, depression.
They can take over everything.
And with drinking, vaping, smoking, drugs.
We know it seems like the easiest answer.
But it just makes things harder.
No matter what you're facing,
you can do it.
And you don't have to do it alone.
Because we understand.
Hi, I'm Matt Wolford, president of the IHSAA Foundation, and we need your help. We need your help so the youth of our community can develop advanced leadership skills. We need your help giving high school administrators and coaches the instruction and insight they need to be better role models and teachers. To learn more or to make a tax-deductible contribution, go to ihsaafoundation.org. You'll not only be contributing to the foundation of the IHSAA, you'll be contributing to the foundation of our community.
We're not just officers or deputies. We're people. We're parents and grandparents. We're here to serve our community. we're here for you. And we want everyone to succeed and be substance abuse free.
So we're back underway here in the second overtime period. Now Martinsville leads it 4-3. It was Delaney Pueblo with her second goal of the night that gave Martinsville the lead. Jacqueline Flores, though, was able to erase the Artesian lead and equalize it within the 12-minute mark of the second period to get it at 3-3. This game's really been back and forth. Looked like Decatur, who came in at 7-0, was going to dominate. They got out 2-0 early, but then Martinsville had 3 successive goals and held on to the lead until the 12-minute mark when Flores, like we said, got the equalizer. Two teams had chances late in that second half of play, but neither team could get anything done, and we went into overtime. Overtime consists of 2 7-minute overtime periods. Ball goes wide. You play them regardless. There's no golden goal situation. But Delaney Pueblo able to make a great touch to herself, get it past a defender, crossed up the goalie a little bit, who came off her line and then had trouble getting back. Pueblo left foots it on and into the back of the net for her second goal tonight, and Martinsville leads it now 4-3, and Delaney's got it again. Delaney in the midfield trying to make something happen. Schrock running on, doesn't come up with it. She thought Ashlyn Crow was going to come back for it. Dilbone trying to flick it on. Delaney's got another run at it. The goalie comes off her line and comes out and makes the stop on it. So you're probably going to see the action really pick up at a more furious pace, especially with the attack by Decatur Central. Charlotte Mason flicks on. Delaney trying to settle it. The Hawks come back. Don't want to push too far forward if you're Martinsville. You need to try to get your defenders back and keep it off the foot of Flores, who has it right now. Leading goal scorer coming in, very strong with the ball, going to the right side, battling. Reuter gets past her in the penalty area. Cross in the middle, off the crossbar and out of bounds. Martinsville, like we said, got the go-ahead goal here in the overtime period. See the hesitation by the goalie, and Pueblo with the left foot flicks it in. So we go back here. I'm not sure what's happening here. So here we go. I think they said Dakota hits it off the crossbar, so Decatur with the corner. That bending corner short goes into the left side of the net. This is where you want to take your time. Like, make sure that ball is set up really nice. Check it like 5 times before you go and kick it. I don't know if there's like a delay of game in soccer. I should probably know that, but Delaney Pueblo. See if she can get past. She does. Delaney in the open again. The right foot knocked out by the goal. Goalie will get it out, and it'll be a corner kick for the Artesians. So, like, if I'm Martinsville, I'm not hustling right now. If I'm Martinsville, I'm taking my time. I'm letting my team get down there. I'm, like, putting the ball there, and you can see Ivan Herbert telling them to hurry up. Pueblo with the cross into the penalty area. Nobody there. Eliza Osler up with it, trying to get taken away, though, by the Hawks. The Hawks do come out with it. Aguayo up ahead. Flores has it. Turns. Dispossessed by Reuter. Mason can't clear it. Now Flores with a little bit of a run. Reuter got good speed, and she knocks Flores to the ground, but that's going to give Flores a restart from outside the penalty area. Down to 2.5. Flores will have a good look at it. Here, the wall by the Artesians coming forward. Flores again scored from about this distance to equalize it in the 12th minute of the second half. Here she comes again. Nice bender into the goal area, punched out by Meadows and then in. Meadows couldn't clear it, or did clear it. The Artesians couldn't get it out of the penalty area, and Decatur scores. We'll take a look at it here. It's going to be the last part here. We're going to see Dakota punch it out, and then the right foot, Aguayo, in. We're tied up at 4.
2 minutes.
2 minutes left. Get the clock right here. 4-4 the score. Still time here for somebody to get a go-ahead goal. Hawks have it. Aguayo into the penalty box. Can the Hawks settle it? Nobody can clear it yet. Martinsville still can't clear it. Flicked on and just wide to the left. Idre Yusuf was looking for the hat trick on that one and just missed it. Looking more and more like we'll go to penalty kicks. Still a minute left, though. Lots of action in this Mid-State Conference matchup. 4-4 the score. Nobody wants to clear it. Hawks. Oh, great save that time by Dakota Meadows. She punches it out, trying to get to the replay, but probably going to have to wait here because the Hawks hustling up to try to get a corner kick. Good chance here for Decatur. Into the penalty area. Goes out, and it'll be a goal kick. Here's that last save by Dakota Meadows right there to punch it away.
10
seconds
9,
left. It
8,
looks like we're going to go to penalty
7,
kicks.
6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And we are. Well, we've played as much soccer as we can possibly play here in this Mid-State Conference matchup. We will take another quick timeout and come back with the penalty kicks. You're watching Martinsville Girls Soccer on WREP 15 Sports and the MHS Rewind YouTube channel.
13,000 feet has a way of testing a man's soul. After all, we were never meant to take on such an endeavor. That long drop is what separates human from superhuman. And here we are, right here, right now.
You're good at motivation, we're good at your insurance. Start with Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance and stop knocking on wood.
When you hit that water, you're going to want to look for weeds, sunken structures, down trees, stuff like that. And let that breeze tell you where you want to go. Windy days like this, those bait fish will come swimming closer to shore. They'll bring the big boys with them, those bass and those pike. And they like cooler temperatures, so you ain't likely to have much luck.
You're good at giving fishing advice. We're good at your insurance. Start with Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance and stop knocking on wood.
I've always been with live bait.
So we're back here at Martinsville High School. We'll get set for penalty kicks. So let's recap a little bit before we tell you where we're going. 4-4 is the score. That's after 2 40-minute halves and 2 7-minute overtime periods in this Mid-State Conference matchup. If this was not a conference game, the game would be over right now. But since it is a conference game, they'll go to penalty kicks to decide it because it could be a decision of what happens for the conference title. So Decatur's already been there once. It was a 1-1 tie with Franklin that they won in penalty kicks. It's 4-4 now. That's how the score will go down in the books, and then whoever wins it in penalty kicks will be awarded the victory. Decatur jumped out to an early 2-0 lead. Now, mind you, Decatur 7-0 coming in, Martinsville 1-6. So Decatur looked like they were on their way. Martinsville, though, did not back down. They scored 3 straight goals, led 3-2, and held that lead all the way to the 12-minute mark of the second half before Decatur was able to rally and tie it up. We went to overtime. The first 7-minute overtime period. It's not golden goal. You were going to play 2 7-minute periods regardless. Delaney Pueblo got goal number 2 for her and gave her team a 4-3 lead. And then in the second overtime, though, the Hawks were able to get the equalizer. It was from Liana Aguayo, who put in the rebound off of a set piece to tie it up, and that's where we stand 4-4. So now we'll play penalty kicks, and what will happen is I believe she's picking 10 kickers. They'll go 5 first, and they'll kick 5, but I believe you've got to name 10 in case it goes into another series. I'm not sure how all of that works, but what will happen is the teams will just alternate. And so it'll be 1v1. It'll be goalie versus kicker. I like Martinsville's chances with goalie with Dakota Meadows. She's been very good. They're going to have a coin toss out here to see who goes first, and that's the key because a lot of times, some teams look at this different, but, we talked with Coach Duggar this week on his show, and Martinsville had overtime, the coin toss, and Greenwood won the coin toss, and they deferred because they wanted to be on defense first because they wanted to see what they had to get. And so you kind of get that same kind of mentality in soccer, too, that if you win the coin toss, you go second. But sometimes people, if they have a lot of faith in their attackers and their kickers, they'll try to put pressure on, and they'll say, hey, we're going to go first, and we're going to stuff it into the back of the net, and we're going to make you play keep up every time. So interesting to see what the strategy will be here. Who wins, who gets to go first. They'll go to one side of the field, and they'll just alternate goalies and kickers. And so this is going to take longer than probably the 2 7-minute overtime periods, but should be more thrilling. And hopefully it will result in what we want on our side, which is an Artesian victory. It looks like Martinsville will send out to kick right now Morgan Schrock, Ashlyn Crow, Rory Dillbone, Annie Beers, and Delaney Pueblo. 2 of those girls have 3 of the 4 goals here tonight. Delaney Pueblo with 2, Morgan Schrock with 1. I'm not sure who it's going to be for Decatur, and it looks like she sent a lot of girls out there, and they'll decide who she wants to go. But I can pretty much guess that you're probably going to see Liliana Aguayo and Jacqueline Flores for sure, and probably Idre Yusuf as well. But it looks like Martinsville will go first. Charlotte Mason has joined the crew. In goal for Decatur will be Naomi Hussein, and we'll get set to go here. And the save that time, but she didn't wait for the whistle, so the Artesians get a break. They'll get another chance at it. That was just practice. Practice, we're going to do it over. Do it over. Wait for the whistle, then you go. Pueblo will put it in the back of the net. And Martinsville leads 1-0. And then they'll switch goalies.
Not too far. Watch the ball. Don't overreact.
Decatur's turn. Now, I don't have the score. It's 4-4 up here, but our scoreboard doesn't allow us. Flores, equalizer. One. So I'm going to take the scoreboard off here, and it is a 4-4 score, but I'm going to keep track here of the goals here. Ashlyn Crow puts it in. Two 2-1. Martinsville. Penalty kicks. Now Decatur. We'll put it down. Hermosia. She puts it in. 2-2. Rory Dilbone now will try. The left foot. It goes just high. Now the Hawks' turn. Audrey Campbell. 2-2. It's the third kick. And it goes just past Dakota Meadows. 3-2 now. Annie Beers. Stopped. So now the Hawks could end it here. If they score here, it's over because Martinsville can't win it. So they'll trot out Idre Yusuf. 2 goals to start the game. Can Dakota Meadows make a stop? She can. So Martinsville needs to score here, and then they need a stop. Morgan Schrock. A shot at it here. If she does not score, Decatur wins. Morgan does. To the right side. 3-3 now. So this is it. This is it. Madison Cannon. We're ready to go here. She scores, Decatur wins. Dakota stops, we play again. And it hits the top of the crossbar, and it stays out. So it's 3-3. And now 5 more. I believe it's 5 new ones. So we'll send 5 new ones now. Dakota Meadows is going to take a shot at it from goal. And it's blocked.
Deep breath
Hawks. And then that's it. So the Hawks will win this one in penalty kicks. You went to their next people to kick after they went 5, and the Hawks win this one in penalty kicks. So after the first 5, then you roll 10 or 5 other people out there and take
Congratulations
turns.
to both teams. Well
Martinsville
played. Great
missed,
effort. Great
Decatur
sportsmanship.
hit, and the Hawks hold on for the
to both teams
win
tonight.
in penalty kicks
Great contest.
over the Artesians. 4-3 penalty kicks. It'll go down 4-4 the score, but the Hawks win it in penalty kicks. They jumped out early 2-0 over Martinsville. This is a 7-0 Hawk team. Martinsville didn't give up. Very resilient. They scored 3 unanswered in the first half, led all the way to the 12-minute mark of the second half before Decatur tied it up. And then Martinsville in overtime got the first goal. Decatur tied it up late in the second overtime. Penalty kicks, Decatur and Martinsville 3-3 after the first round of 5, and then you go to the next round of 5, and it was kind of sudden death there. You had to match goal for goal. Martinsville missed, Decatur hit. Decatur wins. They win it here tonight in penalty kicks over the Artesians. So 4-4 the final, and then the Hawks 4-3 in penalty kicks the final. Decatur Central wins it. They're unbeaten here on the year. Well, glad we can bring this to you on WREP 15 Sports and the MHS Rewind YouTube channel. It was our second of 4 live stream games this week between Martinsville and Decatur Central. We'll be back at it tomorrow night here. Boys soccer takes the pitch. Caden Rockkrantz will leave his senior teammates out onto the field here at Martinsville High School to battle Decatur Central. 7 o'clock the scheduled start. Get out here, watch the Artesians. If you can't, tune into the YouTube Rewind channel or IHSA TV and watch it. If it's not on at 6 o'clock, stay tuned. It'll be on soon thereafter. But hopefully it'll be an Artesian victory. Well, Martinsville on the short end of the stick here tonight as they fall to the Decatur Central Hawks in penalty kicks. 4-3 the final. It's 4-4 was what it was after the 2 overtime periods, and Decatur wins it in penalty kicks. Well, the students here in the RTV program, great job here tonight running cameras. Dylan Roden and Peyton Smith. Stacia McAdoo did a great job on tech directing for those students. I'm Eric Meyer. So long, everyone, from Martinsville High School. Decatur with the win over the Martinsville Artesians.